Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu increases bursary and scholarship for indigents, physically challenged students. State government engaged residents on Lagos Island Model City Plan. State government celebrates the 2024 International Women's Day. And Governor Sanwo-Olu appoints 5 new permanent secretaries. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has announced an increment in scholarship and bursary for students of Lagos State origin in tertiary institutions to help cushion the effect of the current economic hardship. Now, Governor Sanwo-Olu announced the new amount of 225,000 naira and 60,000 naira as scholarship and bursary during an interactive session with students at Alausa in Ikeja. Take a look.
That we will continue to make it company.
Students of Lagos State tertiary institutions and professionals in the education sector converge at the Adeyemi Bero Auditorium Alausa Ikeja for an interactive session with the state governor. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu makes his way in, and the students are excited to see him. The education sector has received a major facelift under the current administration. The State Commissioner for Tertiary Education says it is important to carry the students along in the development agenda.
A stakeholders engagement like this becomes necessary in view of the noble role that our youth have to play in our development agenda. I therefore commend Mr. Governor for giving accelerated approval to this program, very truly that our youth hold the key to a greater tomorrow for our country and state. In spite of the present socio-economic challenges in the country, it is gratifying to note that the Lagos State government has continued to sustain the tempo of excellence in our tertiary education. Students and staff welfare have remained top priority of the state government, while various infrastructural development projects are either completed or ongoing across our campuses.
The immediate past Vice Chancellor of the Lagos State University, Professor Olarwaju Fagbohun, asked the government to invest in infrastructure and rethink student scholarship allowance.
There are 3 critical partners. Government is there, university management is there, or tertiary institution management is there, and then the students are there. The segment of parents and other stakeholders are not reflecting them here. But there are occasions where the government has dropped the ball. There are occasions where the institution management has dropped the ball, and there are occasions when the students have dropped the ball. We must set the stage for communication and constructive engagement as you have done for us today. Their voices must be heard, their concerns must be addressed. They need constant support. They need constant support for mental health issues. Mental health issues does not mean that somebody is mad. It simply means that the person is challenged, and that's why they need that support. And it will be a thorough support. We must begin to rethink the scholarship programs. What more can we do? And there are so many options that can be done. If we sit down and we look at it, so many things can be done that will even challenge the students.
Governor Sanwo-Olu responds to some of the issues raised and immediately announced an increment in scholarship and bursary for students of Lagos State origin.
We have started the process, and we have started discussion, and we have started engagement to see how we even further deepen the creation of another higher institution in Lagos. The University of Medical Sciences will be, by the grace of God, another addition to our state university. And all the conversation to ensure that we can create a university of medical sciences, the conversations are on. And the young man that came to speak talked about some of the challenges that we have in Ikeja. We are well of it. We're building additional student accommodation, additional student hostel into that place, so that we can begin to prepare and ensure that, the future of this country, the future of this state, as regards medical tourism, is reversed, and we can take more people in that sector to create an ecosystem that will work. And so I want to promise you that another university is on the offering. I will do everything to ensure that that university is also. It's not too much for the population of Lagos. I've instructed both the Commissioner, Tertiary Education, and Head of Scholarship Board to identify indigent and especially physically challenged students, and will be issuing out scholarship to all of them. This is not only peculiar to Lagos State indigenous alone. We will ensure that we will extend it to students that are non-indigenous of Lagos State. On a final note, as your daddy, I'm going to, from 2024, increase your bursary to 60,000 and your scholarship to 225,000 with immediate effect. We believe there is a more that we can do to ensure that the current economic hardship that we talk about, the pressure on your parents, the individual challenges that you have, government can immediately begin to provide support for that.
This is the first of its kind interactive session organized by the administration of Governor Sanwo-Olu and has promised to sustain the conversation to strengthen the education system in Lagos State.
From education to Lagos regeneration, well, this time the Lagos State government has announced its plan to restore the glory of Lagos Island and unlock its economic prosperity by remodeling the area. This is according to the State Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Mr. Oluyinka Olumide, who made this comment at the Lagos Island Model City Plan stakeholders meeting held at the Muzon Center in Lagos.
It's the power of planning.
This is the first stakeholders meeting to discuss the Lagos Island Model City Plan initiated by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration. The State Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development convened this meeting of concerned groups residing on the island and other partners in charge of the Urban City project to deliberate on the remodeling plan. Oluyinka Olumide is the commissioner in charge of the regeneration plan and takes the lead, highlighting the benefits of the Model City Plan.
In clear terms, the major aim of Lagos Island Model City Plan are to develop an inclusive Lagos Island Model City Plan that will address the aspirations of citizens, enhance the special characteristics of the area, and plan for the sustainable future growth and socio-economic development of Lagos as preferred investment destination in sub-Saharan Africa. It is important to state that the Lagos Island Model City Plan conceived basically to correct the negative impacts of the partial implementation of the expired Lagos Metropolitan Master Plan 1980 to 2000 on Lagos Island, such as slum development, rundown infrastructure, illegal conversion of approved buildings to other uses, overcrowding in our various communities and units, flooding experienced in Isaleko, and building collapse, among others. We are quite familiar with this, the recent one being at Itafaji area of Lagos.
While government insists on cleaning up the area, others appeal to the leaders in the area to enlighten the youth on a project for Lagos Island.
Planning is a great thing to do. Planning is what everybody wants. But the beginning of it is always very difficult. And to do planning, you have to clean up. That's why I am the cleaner. To make my brothers, my mother, my sisters, and everybody in Lagos proud, we have decided to start cleaning Lagos Island to make sure that Lagos Island is better than what it is now, and that my brother, my uncle can be happy. They can drive around Lagos Island as they used to do in the 60s, in the 70s.
We should enlighten our children on the way they will manage the new model city plan. They should not engage the people that brought this from outside Nigeria. They should not go and be threatening them. That a lot of projects that stop in Lagos, you see some people, they will go there. They will say, without giving us money, you will not do it.
The company in charge of the project presents the final draft of the Lagos Island Model City Plan, expected to be completed in 2040.
The social foundation we have is to guarantee a minimum livability and well-being standard for all people, like access to health, services, food, energy, housing, affordable housing, education, proper education, and so on and so forth. This diagram showed us two different worlds. The one on the left, called degenerative world, or where all other development, 100 years of development, was really in that degenerative development. Why degenerative development? We harm the environment. So this sustainability, you have resilience and you have regeneration framework, which we are adopting in this study. And we highlighted the main issues there, which are the facts. We studied, we surveyed, we analyzed, etc. And we identified clear goals, which are really priority of our development.
Other participants say more consultations must be held to ensure that the people are not sent out of the historical heritage.
We like development. We don't want to be thrown out of our community. We have seen it in so many areas. When you say you are doing development, by the time you finish the development, the people of the area will not be able to even pay for it. Government, the past and the present, created the problem of Lagos Island. You must solve it.
It's a wonderful development, but a whole lot more questions need to be answered, and there should be a whole lot more collaboration with the stakeholders, and several meetings should still be held until what we are doing today is premature. It should be a holistic package that will result into a conducive living facilities for socializing, for economic development, for recreational development.
The indigents of Lagos Island welcomed the Model City Development Plan, which will last for a period of 16 years, but all they ask is to be carried along in the regeneration agenda.
Well, it's that time of the month where women are being celebrated for their remarkable impact in various sectors. Here in Lagos State, the state government says it will continue to empower the women to enhance their capacity for development. Now, this was echoed by the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Quadri Hamzat, at the 2024 International Women's Day celebration.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy, Quadri Hamzat, joined women in Lagos at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Onikon, Lagos, to celebrate the 2024 International Women's Day. is another opportunity to honor women in their different roles, and the one who takes the lead is the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Mrs. Cecilia Dada.
As the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, I am proud to witness the incredible strides that women have made in our society. Women are the backbone of our communities, driving change, innovation, and progress in every aspect of life. However, we also recognize that there are still barriers and challenges that women face, particularly in the areas of access to education, healthcare, economic opportunities, and representation in leadership roles. It is pertinent to applaud and appreciate the fundamental contributions of our he-for-she Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, for his commitment towards emancipation, protection, and empowerment of women of Lagos State that has significantly impacted and still impacting lives and fostered peaceful coexistence.
Wife of the state governor, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu encourages women to develop themselves and take advantage of the positive information technology has to offer.
Every woman inside this arena has a duty, has a role to play. And so if we want to attain those positions where we will now become speakers of the House, where we will now become deputy governors, where we will now become governors of states, it starts from the home. It starts from you taking care of other people's children. The community sees what you do, and then when it comes to the time of voting, they know that we have a competent lady or a woman of integrity that can deliver on promise. And that is what it's all about. The theme again is for us to accelerate what we're doing as women. A lot of us women are still sleeping. And so it is time for us to wake up and move faster.
The Deputy Governor, Kadri Hamzat, emphasized on gender equality and assures women of more empowerment program that will support their lives.
Gender equality is a fundamental aspect of social inclusion, and our administration is dedicated to advancing rights of women and girls in Lagos State. That is why we are relentless in investing in various developmental and empowerment programs geared towards promoting gender equality, combating discrimination, and gender-based violence. As we celebrate the International Women's Day today, we reiterate our commitment to invest more in the development and welfare of women and the girl child, because we know that we cannot attain our full potential as a state if a significant part of our population is left behind. Let us therefore work earnestly together, regardless of physical ability, to create a more equitable, inclusive, and just society where everyone has the opportunity to achieve their full potential.
International Women's Day 2024 echoes the need to invest in women and accelerate progress that will ensure no one is left behind in the leadership growth and development agenda.
And finally, on the program, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has appointed 5 directors in the state civil service to the position of permanent secretary. He asked them to deploy their experience and indeed knowledge to enhance service delivery to the residents.
Very well.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu makes his way into Lagos House alongside Ikeja Auditorium for the swearing-in ceremony of 5 new permanent secretaries. State government officials, friends and family are here to witness the occasion. Their profile is read out by the state head of service.
Engineer Adegbite Mahmoud Olakunle was born on the 19th of April 1969
into the family of the late Alhaji Lada Aremu Adegbite and late Alhaja Ramota Ashake in Isaleko, Lagos Island. He began his education at Holy Trinity Primary School, Ebutero, Lagos Island, where he obtained his first school leaving certificate in 1981. Engineer Adegbite joined the Lagos State Civil Service in 1993 as a pupil engineer on grade level 08 and was deployed to the then Ministry of Environment and Physical Planning. Mrs. Oki Laida Morenike was born on the 9th of April 1964 in Lagos Island into the family of Mr. Ezekiel Polonunsho Famurewa and Mrs. Karima Olanrede Daranijo of Ikorodu local government area. She began her public service career at the Lagos Television as a reporter/editor 1, grade level 9 in 1999.
Then they take their oath of allegiance.
Not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal any matter to any person who shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duty, except as may be required for the discharge of official duty, or as may be officially permitted by the government. So help me.
The spirit of dedication towards their job has brought them this far, and the head of service encouraged them to put in more effort for the growth of the state.
I congratulate the 5 appointees on their elevation to the enviable rank of permanent secretaries in the state public service, as I want to admonish you to ensure that you maintain good standing with your political heads and all the staff in your respective MDAs for speedy attainment of your given mandates. I have full confidence in your individual abilities to add value to the quality of service delivery, which in the long run will go a long way to complement the efforts of the state government towards achieving its developmental agenda. I therefore urge you to hit the ground running and validate Mr. Governor's trust and confidence in you.
Governor Sanwo-Olu signs their document and asks them not to disappoint the people of Lagos in their respective roles.
As we celebrate your elevation, let us also bring to mind the solemn charge laid upon your shoulders. The people of Lagos have placed their trust in this administration, and it is expected that we will deliver a greater Lagos agenda. We believe that opportunities are bound for all. We believe that progress are part of our norms, and we believe that we're an environment where no citizen should feel marginalized in any form. And so the engine room for this noble vision is the robust civil service. And your dedication, knowledge, and strategic vision are the bedrock upon which these policies and the programs of this government certainly lies on. We believe that you are part of a team that will translate this into tangible benefits to our citizens. I therefore want to urge you to rededicate yourselves and to give your best at all times towards ensuring the diligent implementation of government policies and programs as it relates to each of your MDAs. And of course, within the context of our Teams Plus agenda, you must lead with integrity and transparency, keeping in mind that your unwavering commitment will be instrumental in achieving our collective aspiration for a greater Lagos that we all talk about. Therefore, the task ahead is not without its challenges, especially in this period when the citizens' attention is focused on all of us. We also want to say that you need to remember that behind every policy document every project initiated, every budget line are the lives of Lagosians whose aspiration hinges on your effectiveness and your efficiency at delivering it.
These lucky ones have proven themselves to be worthy of their new position and assures the state government of not dropping the ball.
I stand to express our deep and sincere appreciation to your good self, the Lagos State Executive Council, and the head of service for finding us worthy. We are aware of the challenges and responsibilities of the esteemed office of Permanent Secretary and pledge our commitment to the achievements of a greater Lagos rising as encapsulated in the Themes Plus agenda. We promise to live up to the trust reposed in us by this appointment with utmost integrity and sincerity of purpose, even as we continue to enhance the visibility of the Lagos brand to the glory of God and the satisfaction of the citizens of Lagos State.
The newly appointed permanent secretaries are Mr. Shomide Ayodele from the Office of Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Adegbite Olakunle, Office of Drainage Services, Mr. Emmanuel Audu, Ministry of Agriculture, Mrs. Oki Morenike, Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission, and Mr. Ayokunu Sikiru from the Office of Surveyor General have now joined the list of permanent secretaries who will be running the affairs of Lagos State governance.
Well, that's the program for this week. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Remember to obey all state laws and help keep our environment safe. And don't forget to always stay safe as well. Till next time, it's bye for now.